This is Mr. Islam Yusuf. In this tutorial, we'll know how to graph the inequality in two variables. We'll start with the graphing the inequality. 3x minus y less than 2. To start graphing the inequality, we'll convert to b equation. So we'll start with 3x minus y is equals 2. Now we'll write the equation in the form y equals mx plus b to find the slope and y-intercept. Then we can graph the line. To write the equation, now we will add y and subtracting 2. So y now will be equals 3x minus 2. So the slope will be equals to 3 and the y-intercept is equal to negative 2. But remember that the inequality is 3x minus y less than 2. There is difference between more than and more than or equal, less than and less than or equal. If that's more than or equal, it means this point will be included. If that's less than, it means this point is not included. That is the same for the line. So if you want to say this line is included or this line is not included, if the sign is more than or equal or less than or equal, so we'll draw a solid line. But if the sign of the inequality is more than or less than without equal, so we'll draw a dashed line. The first point will start from negative 2. The slope is equal to 3, it means 3 over 1. That means it rise up 3 and run 1. So we are going 3 units up and 1 unit to the right. Now we'll graph the line. But remember that this line must be a dashed line, not a solid line, because the sign here is less than. If that's less than or equal, it will be a solid line. So now graph the line, which is passing through the 2 points. This line divides the graph in 2 parts, the right part and the left part. Now which part will be the solution of the graph? Choose any point like 0 and 0, and check if this point belongs to the graph or not. So we'll say at the point 0 and 0. Can we say that 3 times 0 minus 0 is less than 2 by substitution at the inequality and check if this inequality is right or wrong? You will find that 3 times 0 equals 0 minus 0 equals 0. Is 0 less than 2? So this inequality is right. It means the part that contains the point 0 and 0 is one of the solutions. So we'll shade this part. So the first point to graph the inequality, convert the inequality to b equation. Then write the equation in point slope form to find the slope and y-intercept. Start graphing the line. Be careful. When the sign of the inequality is more than or less than, it means you will graph a dashed line. If the sign of the inequality is more than or equal or less than or equal, you will graph a solid line. Then by substitution, choose any point like 0 and 0 by substitution at the inequality. If this point satisfies the inequality, it means this part will be the part of the solution. If this point is not satisfy the inequality, it means the solution will be on the other part. Number 2. Y more than 1 over 2x plus 3. The first step to solve to convert the inequality to b equation. So it will be y equal 1 over 2x plus 3. You will find that this equation is written in the slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b. So we can find the slope and y-intercept. The y-intercept equals 3 and the slope is equal to 1 over 2. Now we'll graph the line. We'll start from the starting point, which is 3. The slope is equal to 1 over 3. It means it rise up 1 and run 2. So it's going up 1 and run 2. So that is the second point. But be careful. If you want to graph the line, go back to the inequality. Y is more than 1 over 2. X plus 3. Because we have more than, it means it must be a dashed line. So we can graph the line. And this line will divide the plane into 2 regions. So which region will be the solution? We'll choose a point 0 and 0. And substitution at the inequality y is more than 1 over 2x plus 3. And check if 0 more than 1 over 2 times 0 plus 3 is right or wrong. For the first one, 0 is more than 1 over 2 times 0 equals 0. Plus 3 equals 3. Is 0 more than 3? You will find that's wrong. So we'll shade the part that not contain the point 0 and 0. The point 0 and 0 is here, so we'll shade the other part. So that's the solution. If you look at y, you will find that y is positive. And the sign here is more than. It means you will shade the part which is above the line. If y is positive and more than, you will shade the part above the line. As y is positive and the sign here is less than, it means you will shade the part which is below the line. Number 3. X minus 1 is more than y. So we start writing as the equation y is equals to x minus 1. This equation is written in a slope-intercept form, so we need to find the slope and y-intercept. The slope is equal to 1 and y-intercept equals to -1. So we need to graph the equation, but remember that we have x minus 1 is more than y. We start from -1 and the slope is equal to 1. It means rise up 1 and run 1. So we'll graph the line which is passing through the 2 points. Then choose the point 0 and 0. 0 minus 1 is more than 0. 0 minus 1 is equal to -1. -1 is more than 0, that's wrong. So we'll shade the part that not contain the point 0 and 0. So the solution will be below the line.